Hello again. This is Matrix. I am here with the second episode of the TECHUB Talks. Today we have Rokker. Rokker is the TECHUB's official historian. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rocker. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I really like history, and that's kind of how I got into War Thunder. And
So, what does your job pertain? Your historian title.
well, basically, I just talk about history. I talk with people about history. If they need sources, I can help try and find them. If they have questions about certain vehicles or anything, I either can tell them what I do know or look into what I can find about it.
Okay. I think we're in the same squad right now. We are going to be
Yeah.
flying out B-10Bs. There's something a little special about this plane. You've seen this plane, haven't you?
Yeah, it is. You can find it in the World War I hangar at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force, which is here in my hometown of Dayton.
And the paint job and stuff.
And the paint job is the same as the one in the museum, and I'm pretty sure that it, along with a number of other planes, they just based their paint jobs off of the paint you can find here at the museum, because this museum has a lot of the remaining examples of these aircraft and their paint schemes.
Have you asked the museum if Gaijin has ever visited there
I
to
have
take
not
pictures?
I
And
have not asked them, but I'm that's partly just because I don't know who I'd ask. I don't have a lot of contact with the research department or anything who would normally be contacted by them.
okay,
But
yeah. So we're gonna be flying out the B-10B today. Just for the hell of it. I'm actually gonna be writing up. So a couple of the questions I'm gonna be asking you while we're playing. Climbing, if you want to say. We're actually gonna be in
mm,
bomber, so we don't need to climb. When did you start playing War Thunder?
uh, I started playing, gosh, back in 2013, probably 2012 or 2013, like right around the start. I had been playing World of Tanks, and I played a little bit of World of Warplanes and another game called Heroes in the Sky,
Okay.
because that was during the whole boom of this stuff, and just something about World of Tanks felt off to me. It felt like they're going in a bad direction, which turned out to be right from a historical perspective. And I heard about War Thunder and decided to try it out.
Okay. So you started out with when it was just planes, right?
Yeah, I started out when it was just planes, and that was one of the big draws because the Air Force Museum sort of built up my passion for planes, and to see some of these aircraft in here and actually see them in flight was really special to me, I guess.
Yes, and the game looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Planes. Okay. So you play tanks, planes, boats. What do you play? What do you
Uh,
play mostly? Stuff like that.
Mostly I play American. I these days I play tanks mostly, but I still enjoy a good American game or two. American air game, I should say. I've actually started working my way up the German tank line recently,
Where are you at in
but
that?
I'm about halfway through. I just unlocked the Tiger today, actually.
First
The Tiger
tiger.
E1. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. So no furry tiger for you.
No, no, no. I mean, American's what got me into it, because American is what I am most familiar with, you know.
Do you have any other tech trees besides the Americans and that the Germans that you just told us about?
I'm about halfway through the British tree as well, but I haven't touched in a while. And the problem with that is they've been moving stuff around in VR.
Yes.
So now, like, while I have the mosquito like a third of the way researched, but I'm 3 planes away from it. So
Okay. I'm gonna be asking a couple questions about favorite tanks and stuff like that. Give us your favorite tank in game and your favorite tank in life, in real life.
Uh, I would say the M18 is probably my favorite tank in game. I just like flying around and shooting with it. I'm not too good at the game, so any tank I feel I'm decent with, I enjoy a lot.
Favorite tank in real
Um,
life?
in real life,
Maybe you've seen it or see it in movies or stuff like that.
I would have to say the M1A1, just because. Oh wow, there's two B18s in here. The M1A1 because I've actually driven by the plant where they built the tanks and have overhauled them.
The ones where they spray it down with sand to take all
Yeah.
the old paint off and then they repaint them.
Yep.
Definitely
Yep.
know about that.
Yeah, in Lima, Ohio. Well, Lima. We call it Lima, even though it's named after Lima, Peru. We do that a lot in Ohio. We rename cities.
Okay, let's say we're gonna move to favorite planes. Favorite plane in game and in real life. You should have a lot of info on this.
Jeez, there's two. It's almost like there's too many to choose from. I would have to say, in game, my favorite plane is probably. I would have to say the B-29, even though I complain about it a lot, mainly because of the cost.
Okay, repair
But it,
cost.
yeah, the repair cost, which I think there's no longer a need for it to be that high. But it's still like just such an iconic plane, and it's fun to fly, and the fact that I can take out 3 bases is definitely also a benefit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite plane in real life. Stuff you've seen, movies, stuff like that.
In real life, it kind of just changes with the mood. I would have to say at the moment, though, there's a JUAD.
The
I
would it be the new turboprop plane? The super, what is the thing called?
which one?
The new turboprop that the Americans have been working on.
Oh, the Super Tucano. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
no, I'm
that's
good.
kind of that's one of my favorites.
It's
Just to let you
Brazilian.
know.
It's Brazilian, man.
Yeah, but it's pretty
But
nice.
no. Oh wow. Oh.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Sorry
whoa!
about that. I
You
knocked
just
his pilot.
you
I
just
just one-
that's why we're actually doing this interview in game. You
oh
just took out a
god.
JU-88 and you beat 10.
Just one shot at J88. That was great. I would have to say in real life, the B-17F at the moment would probably be my favorite. Mainly
Okay,
the
so
Memphis Belle, is because it was such just an iconic. It was a plane everyone knew about before the Enola Gay and the boxcar came in. It was the plane that everyone knew the name about and everyone knew the story of. It's had 2 movies made about it. Survived 25 missions with the crew intact, which just didn't happen.
okay, so next questions are like, what are your favorite updates that have been over the years?
Uh, I'm not good at remembering the numbers, but for example, I love the tank update because it just brought in a whole new.
The original update. It
Yeah,
was like
the
I think
first
it was like 1.2
armor.
something or something like that. Yeah.
I think it was like 2-1 or something like that. Yeah, it was. It just brought in a whole new level to the game that is, I think, turned out really well.
I took out one of the
Um,
base on the right hand side, going back for bombs.
I dropped on. There we go. I dropped on mid. There's a 109 up here with me.
Was I supposed to drop both bombs or one?
What do you have?
I took two 1000s.
I think you might need two.
Yeah, I dropped both. Heading back to
All right.
airfield mid.
Yeah. I'm carrying my 2000 on the underwing mount.
Okay, so favorite update was tanks. So everything.
Yeah.
Know.
Yeah. It just changed everything.
So what are you looking forward to in the game? War Thunder.
Supersonic planes would be interesting, but I'm not sure how well they would be able to implement it at the moment. I'm more looking forward to. I don't know. I would love to see an update where they add more, uh, de- I guess, depth to playing gameplay. Like right now, it's either you climb in a fighter and shoot stuff down, or you fly in a bomber. And
Just like we're doing right now.
yeah, exactly. Um,
Okay, let's see. I know you're
yeah,
probably going to ask that this is going to be a short question. Your favorite tech tree?
uh, uh, probably Japanese. No, it's just the American. I don't play the Japanese at all. That's one I actually want to go down because
Planes
the
or
zeros
tanks?
do fat
Planes.
planes. Zeros fascinate me.
Yeah,
They
they've always
they
been a
they
thing.
were they were they were very primitive, but at the same time very advanced. You know, like they lacked all the
What were the
fancy
flaps
stuff.
called?
I don't remember what on Japanese planes.
Yeah, the slotted flaps, the things that would extend out and
Oh
not come
yeah,
back up.
slats.
Slats.
That's yeah.
Yeah, the thing
You
that
would see a lot.
seatbelts are based on. Without those, we wouldn't have seatbelts, or we wouldn't have got them at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
We could thank that guy.
Slats are an interesting thing. These days they're used more just for low speed handling. A few fighters use them for turning, increasing turning, but a lot of it is it creates a lot of lift with a lot of drag, which makes them useful for landings.
Okay. What do you want to see in the game? Um, Vehicle. But second part of this question is going to be like any like um, what do you want to see like spotting and stuff like that. But the first one's like what do you want to see like vehicle in game? Like what would you want to see?
I would love to see the B-26. I think that's something you good there. You'd pop your flaps.
Yeah, that was me. I went too fast.
um, a a big part of me wants to see the B-26 and yeah, I would say the B-26 is the biggest one.
I lost both
'Cause,
wheels.
well, you probably shouldn't have lowered them. Well, it's fine. It's got a smooth belly. You can land on it. I would say the B-26 is an iconic plane that is missing from the game, and there's room for it in all three tech trees that it should be in, or could be in rather. I think ideally I'd like to definitely see it in the American tree, and I wouldn't mind seeing it in the French tree because the Free French Air Force put them to very good use.
See that B-18 in front of me also crashed.
Yeah, he's your friend now.
So any ideas of what you would want to see in the game? Like, we all know the European Canadian really likes all the new spotting features and stuff like that when it comes to light tanks. Is there anything that you would like to see added to the game? You know, like
I think
stuff.
I I think like if naval battles get bigger at all, I would love to see spotter planes of some kind, launching planes off of a larger destroyer and spotting stuff. I think that'd be interesting. Or
I've actually said that about a lot of things. When it comes to certain planes that they said, oh, it didn't have any guns. I've been wanting to see, um, you know, observing and high altitude things actually be a thing in game for the
yeah,
longest time.
uh, even at the museum here, spotting planes are sort of given a backseat role when they really did play a rather important, if not less glorious role in warfare. They were, I mean, they're the whole reason planes started to be used in warfare because you could use them to spot really well and really quickly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. A couple last things. Um, the last two things. What do you think about ships and what do you think about choppers, helicopters?
I think I can understand why people don't like fleets right now. I think they will. I think over time they'll get improved. I think they'll. Personally, I'm fine with them right now. I can see grinding being a bit of an issue at this point where I'm halfway through. But I think they'll smooth out the gameplay as they get farther in. And as for helicopters, I find it funny that half the people tell me helicopters are OP in tank battles, and half the people tell me helicopters suck.
It's mainly because we don't know how to fly them, I think.
Yeah. I think once you get people who fly in better, you got a guy on your butt.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna make him waste all of his ammo on me, and then you shoot him in the back.
sounds good.
My gunners are shooting at him. Oh, damn it. Okay, I think
Well,
that's
he's falling back to
probably
me.
yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
probably the end of the second episode of the Tech Hub Talks with Rokker, our military
Boom. There you go.
historian.
I avenged you.
Oh, good job. Nice. You did get him. See?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for this game to end and ask you some more things. Let's ask about event stuff, event vehicles, and things that you think you should have gotten. What'd you think about event vehicles? Stuff like that.
Um. I'll be honest. A lot of my time playing War Thunder has been it's been mostly just on and off. So I've never really been present enough or invested enough in the game personally to want to get event vehicles or go through the long arduous weeks of an event until this summer when I had joined the Tech Hub. So the IS-7 and the FJ-4 are the first events I actually participated in, and I was glad I did.
Did you
They
get the
were
IS-7?
I got the IS-7 and I got the FJ-4.
Oh, so you have
I,
high-tiered American now. Where you've always had
yep.
high-tiered, yeah.
I've had high tier American for about a year now, I'd say. But
I
yeah,
think you
I
can take out
certainly
that JU-87 to you, right? With your luck
I
would go.
probably could, but I got this big old bomb underneath me, so I'll chase him down afterwards.
It's only on the right-hand side. Don't you think that thing should be able to carry two 2000s?
I'm not sure. It was a pretty. I mean, it's a pretty big, slow bomber, but I feel like it probably could. Well, actually, no. We looked into it, and I think this thing had a bigger payload. I think they limited it because it's so low tier.
Okay.
It actually, I mean, engine-wise, it's pretty powerful.
I know you
It's
got
not
pictures
big.
of it at the museum. Does it have like a
Yeah.
payload there? Like how like an information sheet?
Yes, it does, but sometimes I question their information sheets a little bit. Uh,
You might want to tell them that they're wrong.
yeah. Um, but I think I mean it kind of feels like the guys writing those sheets aren't the direct historians. It feels like they're being transcribed by a non-historian. So there's a few things that I'm like, maybe not. But uh, I know they definitely don't have this bomb mount for it at the museum, because that would have been too cool for them, I
Oh, I
guess.
see. Yeah, it's a mounting point,
Yeah,
and you're
it's
not
got
gonna
a
blow yourself up, right?
no. I got a 1 second delay on that. Plenty of time to fly away at 150 miles an hour. Um, yeah. This thing actually has the same engine as the B-17.
Does it?
The R-18 30.
The right?
Yep.
Or what? Yeah, I think it's good.
I can never remember the names for them. The Wasp and the double majors and
The
double
Allison.
major Wasp. Yeah, I can remember the manufacturer and I can remember the numbers. Like for some reason I just can't remember the names. But
Yeah. Before we go, anything else you'd like to tell people? Anything about the Tech Hub or anything that we do there? Anything that you do, or just anything before we go?
uh, I like the Tech Hub. As I've said, it's been responsible for me getting in a lot more into War Thunders. I probably wouldn't have gone through those events if I hadn't had the Tech Hub to go through it with. They made it a lot more bearable. could grind through that stuff because you could always have someone to talk to, and there was always something going on, squatting up and helping each other out. So if you're not in the Tech Hub, join it. And if you are, say hi to me. I'll talk to you about just about anything.
Also, one of the things that we do there, we actually just got finished watching it about 10, 15 minutes ago. Rocket launches.
That's right.
Um, Rocker's pretty
Fine.
pretty responsible for having the schedule
Yeah.
and putting up the links for rocket launches, and we catch about more than half of them live.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's only like 5, 6 people in the room, but sometimes there's more
Yeah.
watching live rocket launches. That's another thing we do in the Tech Hub.
Yeah, it's just a fun little thing. I like rockets, and I figured a few of these aerospace loving people in here probably like them too. So I started sharing it, and now it's become a sort of a hobby, I guess you could
Okay.
say.
Just gonna say bye to everybody. We will be doing episode 3 probably next week. We're gonna be doing one a week. If we make it to episode 10, we'll be having a special guest star. More than likely, will be the European Canadian. He said he would like to be doing one of the episodes. The show's not. The show's meant to be not about YouTubers and Twitch people, but it's his channel or his Tech Hub.
Yeah,
So catch your guys
it
later.
works. Yep.